Mrs. Parisi? Hi. I actually usually go by my maiden name, Soprano.
What line of work are you in?
I'm an attorney doing white-collar criminal defense. But I also do a lot of pro bono work. I first did volunteer work for the South Bronx Law Center during undergrad.
That's what you do on a Friday night?
The South Bronx Law Center. It's a free criminal defense service for those who can't afford legal counsel.
The doctor asks if I have a generally heavy workload, and I think to myself, well, that depends. Are you talking about my clients at Grubman, and Curcio? Or all of my clients? Speaking of which, I just had coffee with a client that morning.
So you had coffee. Can we focus more on your immediate family?
They didn't design it, but they knew how to build it.
As a matter of fact, my dad went to therapy for years, and all it did was help him rationalize his ability to maintain two separate families and two separate lives.
Give it another chance. Got a lot of good ideas here.
What were some of the good experiences you remember as a child?
We had a lot of wonderful times as a family.
All predicated on bullshit.
I don't want to fight with you, Meadow. That's not true.
Go on.
Look, there's always going to be someone willing to break the rules. Other someones standing right behind them as enforcers, followed by those sitting in the back who mind their own business because they're just trying to stay alive. And then there are those who don't learn to mind their own business. You'll find many of them lying 6 feet under. I happen to know a few of them.
Let's go. We gotta do this. Come here, you.
Oh my god.
Oh. No, sweetheart, let's finish.
And besides that, there were a lot of times that violence was closer than I thought. But don't get me wrong. When my dad said, "You're all me," he wasn't wrong. But our biggest rough patch came right after my ex-boyfriend, Jackie, was killed.
This is such bullshit!
While members of his other family may have been intimidated and afraid to get in his face, I sure wasn't.
You've been told no!
Watch me!
But we loved each other. There was no doubt about that. Then I found out my parents were separating. I felt like such an asshole for all those times I'd bitched and complained, when all the while, I should have been grateful. Maybe it was from seeing my dad leave the house, not knowing if or when he'd be back. But keeping my family together became really important after that. And when I thought someone was talking badly about my family, or putting them down, or questioning us as a whole, I was not happy. And especially not when it was someone I was dating.
What about your dad's road rage? And didn't you tell me you had a boyfriend once who was killed, shot to death or something?
But therein lies another problem when you try to shut stuff out. Things can really hit you out of nowhere. Extra hard. Like when my dad got shot and almost died. To say I'm grateful that my dad survived is an understatement. But now is time to leave the nest. Even if only for a little.
I'm going to California.
I owed it to Finn at least, I thought. He'd been there for me while my dad was sick, and for the previous year, while I was finishing up undergrad.
Well, I have to make plane reservations.
You'll be back for Christmas at least.
I don't know. No pressure, please, okay?
And it's back to New Jersey.
Can I see a warrant? We have the right.
This time, once I got back to New Jersey, I knew I wasn't leaving again. I had pretty much decided on law school by then. But I had no idea where my career was about to take me. I'm sorry, my client keeps calling. I really need to go. Seriously? You had to call me 7 times in 3 minutes while I was in a meeting with an important client?
Well, you ought to know, sweetie.
I wasn't with a client, but you already know that. So who are these other clients? I'll give you a hint. Waste management.